Secretary of State Marco Rubio claims there was an office that monitored social media accounts. And I would not be surprised if I was one of the victims, because man, was I censored for 4 years straight. And now all of a sudden my momentum is back and I'm getting more followers again on Instagram. So weird, the timing. Let's check this out.
They're coming online every single day. Very talented people. Very talented people are involved. Something else we got out of the business of, well, it wasn't widely reported, or maybe it was. We had an office in the Department of State whose job it was to censor Americans. And by the way, I'm not going to say who it is. I'll leave it up to them. There's at least one person at this table today who had a dossier in that building of social media posts to identify them as purveyors of disinformation. We have these dossiers. We are going to be turning those over to these individuals.
Me or Elon? We can follow up with the media.
Well, we are going to turn over these dossiers to the individuals, and they'll decide whether they want to disclose it or not. But just think about the Department of State of the United States had set up an office to monitor the social media posts and commentary of American citizens to identify them as vectors of disinformation, when we know that the best way to combat disinformation is freedom of speech and transparency.
Yep.
And so that's what we're going to be in the business of doing. We're not going to have an office that does that. Beyond that, Mr. President,
right,
I'll move quickly because this is...
All right, so have you guys ever seen the show Homeland? If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you watch it. If you're really into like government, criminal, like crime law and like action and spies and all that stuff. If you're into all that in action, I recommend you watch it. It's really good, very addictive. One of those, like, I'm not much of a binger. Like, I can watch maybe 2 shows.
Oh, that's
come on, bro. Don't lie. There's people that literally watch like a whole show and like nothing. My mom's a binger.
You just gotta find the right one. And
no bullshit. I what is that called when you like simmer at something?
Nah.
I let it simmer, bro.
When you really like it, you go ham.
No, but I still don't binge. Binge is when you literally watch something in like a really short amount of time. It takes us months to watch something. Don't even play.
Man, we finished 8 seasons in 2 months.
That's pretty good. There's people that finish.
I mean,
that's really good.
I guess.
And that's because we were watching like four episodes.
I don't know. Maybe it was less than a month. I don't know.
No, it was more than a month.
Sorry, less than 2 months.
It was definitely more than a month.
But
sure.
yeah,
it's a really good show. You guys should watch it. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because in the show, spoiler alert, there's a scene where you see a humongous mass of like a room with a bunch of people with computers, and they're pretending to be these fake accounts on social media, and they're like pushing like propaganda. And then when this story popped up, I immediately thought of that. I was like, oh shit.
Mind you, this kind of information wasn't as like public in a sense. Not a lot of people knew about it back then that they know now. Because now, like, oh, you tell me about a bot farm. I'm like, yeah, I know about that. That's like common or whatever.
Right.
But that was like back in 2015, 2014.
Yeah, that show's not new at all. It's an older show.
Yeah. But that idea of like people in a room creating like multiple fake accounts, like 5 per person, and they're all bombarding, you know, the social media to spit a narrative.
It's crazy.
For intelligence is insane.
And then
it's genius. It's genius indeed.
I genuinely thought that I was a victim of this because it's really weird. So during Trump's like end term, I started like posting more on Instagram, right? And then I started getting really big traction. And then when Biden came in, my traction just plateaued for 4 years straight. And I kid you not, right towards the end of Biden's term, I start spiking up again and my momentum starts back on Instagram's algorithm. So it's almost as if I was being censored by the algorithm for like a 3.5 year ride. And I'm assuming it has something to do with maybe this. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Meta's no longer colluding with the Biden-Harris administration because they realized that they were going to lose. Kamala Harris was not going to win, and that's why he was kissing ass to Trump. But nonetheless, this is crazy. And this also ties in to Meta / Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. There's a girl, I forgot her name. I don't know her name. She's like a British chick who worked with him, who whistleblowed against the company because they were selling data to the Chinese government. And there was like a huge program that they were doing with the Chinese government. And she was pretty much telling Congress about it. This happened like 3 weeks ago. So I wouldn't be surprised if now the algorithm has drastically changed because the board of directors are pretty much being exposed for surveillancing Americans and selling their data to the Chinese government, which is fucking insane. Like, I saw that hearing and I didn't want to post because it's way too long, but it really shows that big tech has its own agenda. And I've always thought, I'm like, bro, I don't care how fucking cool Zuck is trying to look right now. He's still a fucking nerdy, leftist, shitty person, you know? Like, I don't think that guy's a good person, okay? At all.
His whole new look is all a PR stunt.
Massive PR campaign.
He's not like that at all.
At all.
He's just trying to, like, get people to trust him, basically.
Exactly. Like, oh, I hang out with, you know...
Trying to humanize
Whitney,
himself.
What is it called? Not Whitney. What's his... Dana White. I hang out with Dana White and... You know, I'm one of
He's a dude bro now.
Yeah, I'm one of the cool kids now.
Yeah,
like, nah, bro, you're UFC, still a fucking nerdy, geeky, techie guy who was trying to, like, take over the world with China, okay? Like,
remember that time where he said
allegedly.
Remember that time where he said he was human once?
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Are you one of... tell me who is one of those people that believes that Mark Zuckerberg is probably not human and is an android robot or something? I'm going to raise my...
Write it down in the comments.
I'm one of those. I am guilty as charged.